Okay.
Hello. Oh, look at the bubble in the pizza dough.
I love it.
Look at it. You got bubbles. Y'all, we're gonna make some yummy pizza.
So good. We may have already
We've
had
already
a
been
little
eating them.
Yeah, a little.
Nobody's there.
Yeah, that's okay. It will be. You just keep talking to them. They can come out.
We got our theme song going. We have 2 people.
Hey, 2 folks. Y'all are fixing to be in for a treat because she's going to have to teach me how to do this dough. This should be very entertaining.
Everyone, let us take on the world. Are we all able?
Hey, we're getting it ready, guys.
Is done. Do y'all have your glass of wine yet? It's 5:30.
Up to 7.
5:30. 5 o'clock somewhere.
Sure is.
Flipping my dough. I'm going ahead and putting this in.
Yeah.
First. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I got to show them how to do this.
Hi.
Hey, hey.
Welcome.
What are we up to? We're up to 10.
Hey.
Hey, Kimberly. Y'all ready to learn how to make some skillet pizza?
Hey,
Derek.
Hey, Derek. In stereo.
Okay, so tonight while I'm cooking, I am drinking Lang Twins River Ranch Anglianico Rosé. Anglianico Rosé. This is really, really good. And it goes, listen, Rosé. Hey, Joy. Heather, we are making cast iron skillet pizza.
It's
Yummers
amazing.
and a dessert. So the great thing about, pizza is you can go either way with it, right?
Yeah.
You can make it savory or sweet. So we're going to make it savory and a sweet. But, so I'm going to teach y'all some things about making pizza. I want a raise of hands if anybody has ever made pizza. Who made it tonight? Tammy Merzinski, you made pizza tonight? Yes, skillet pizza. Okay, listen. Y'all, I'm a huge fan of cast iron skillets. So we are going to make cast iron skillet pizza tonight, okay? One of my fave things, but there's a little secret to the beginning of it to make sure that it goes really well, okay? Heather, you're going to love this. So, the first thing that we want to talk about is how you start your pizza. The most important part, one of the most important parts about your pizza is the dough, right?
Yes.
Would you say yes? Okay, so, you know what I do? I cheat. I totally cheat, all right? So, I learned this trick back probably 20 years ago. I did it on a whim. It went well, so I've kept doing it, all right? Here's the trick. You make a phone call to your favorite locally owned, because you're not going to be able to do this with Pizza Hut or Domino's or someplace like that, okay? You call your favorite small business locally owned pizza place, and you say, hey, can I buy just some dough from you in a ball?
I was wondering where we were. I was like, what are you going to tell them?
Yeah, that's the secret.
That's the secret.
It's totally a secret. So you know where this dough came from? Can anybody guess?
Anybody guessing?
So we live in Pottsboro, and, well, actually our address is Sherman, but Bathe the Lake is in Pottsboro. About a half a mile, would you say, down the road? Half a mile down the road is Napoli's, okay? A family-owned restaurant, which is an Italian restaurant.
Yes.
And so I called them and was like, can I just get some dough from you? That's all I want, raw dough. And they were like, absolutely. See, locally owned small businesses are willing to do just about anything with you if you're sweet. So
Yeah, and if you're willing to ask.
yeah, totally just call them and ask them. They would love to help you out.
Yes.
So that's the best way to start your homemade pizza at home, okay? Is go to your local pizza place and get raw dough from them and then bake it off yourself at home, okay? So the second biggest piece of advice I can give you is when you're rolling out your pizza dough or getting it shaped to go in onto your pan or into your skillet, you need cornmeal. Who knew that? Raise your hand. Anybody know you need cornmeal?
I did not.
Romas. Yeah, you could call Romas. When you live in the big city, you can get pizza crust balls at Kroger. No, we don't buy pizza. No, we don't buy. No, support local, Derek. All right.
In the big city.
We can get it at the grocery store, Derek. We're not that hick.
We're trying to buy local.
We're trying to support local. All right. So, cornmeal is very important. You want to get a good cornmeal and flour mix when you're rolling out. So the other thing is when you put it in the cast iron skillet, what you want to do, and here's the thing, this one that I already rolled out, I cut one of these balls that I got from Napoli's. Everyone says it differently. I cut one of these in half to do, so I did one finish crust pizza, and this skillet is a little it's not as deep as my other two, so I'm going to do this one as the dessert, and I'm going to use the other half for this one than the one that I used for the thinner crust up there. Then I'm going to take the whole thing and roll it out and make a deep dish. See how this is a lot deeper? Chicago style pizza, okay? So, so that we can make one to go feed Lisa's family. Yeah.
Yay!
Okay. So, but the first
skills?
thing you gotta do is you want to olive oil, swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. Okay? That's all you gotta do. Roll it around a little bit. Okay? This is the trick to skillet pizza, okay? You're gonna swoosh it around a bit.
Make sure you get the sides.
And then you need to take your flour. You're going to sprinkle that much flour. And then same amount of cornmeal into the bottom of your pan. Okay?
Yes, Mimi. You can come have wine with her.
Come on. Come drink with me and make pizza. All right, so see how my skillet is kind of coated with olive oil and flour and cornmeal? So I'm going to put that on the stove top, okay? You may need to turn it just a little bit this way. I'm going to put that on my stove top on medium high. Yeah, just there. I think that's better.
Perfect.
Do y'all think that's better? Okay. So I've got it on medium high. I've done my first pizza dough, gotten it big enough, okay? And I'm putting it down in this skillet. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put this, and I'm going up the edges too, okay? You're gonna put this on, between medium and high, and we're gonna crisp up the bottom of that pizza crust, okay? What Cindy McCullough, you made it. You made it. Thanks for coming. Come on. Okay. So look, I've got my pizza dough crust up the edges too, okay? This one is gonna be a dessert one that we're gonna get to in a second.
Wait until you
But I'm getting ready to show you this, and we're gonna have kind of two going at the same time. So, I've got...
She's gonna show you what to do. Do not watch
Listen.
what I'm doing. Okay?
Because you're going to do this one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I've got flour and cornmeal down on my countertop. Okay? You're going to take that pizza dough and you want it to sit out for probably, this has been sitting out for about 10 minutes. You don't want it to sit out too long or it's going to get too doughy, too sticky, and you're not going to be able to work with it very well. But if you try to work with it when it's too cold, then it's not going to stretch really good, okay? Because pizza dough has a tendency to kind of want to hold itself in. So if you wait the right amount of time, okay? So what I'm doing is I'm literally taking my fingers and going on the outside and keeping it in a circle, okay?
So she's kind of digging in.
I'm digging in. And then I'm going to pick up and I'm going to go like this. Oh,
now see
face
it?
them. So I'm going to go, so this dough is starting to stretch now, okay? Starting to pull apart. And this is easier on the dough and better on the dough than rolling it out, okay? So when you dig into it on the sides like that, you give yourself a little ledge. Does that make sense? To hold on to kind of do that. Now, listen. Years ago, when I first opened Bon Appetit, y'all. Look at this. Years ago, before I was too busy catering, on Fridays I would make homemade pizza, and people would come pick them up. Remember that, Anne-Marie Shoemate and Amy Collins? Remember that? So, see, look at this. See how cold? You're doing it.
Y'all.
It's stretching. It's so much better for the dough if you'll do this and stretch it out. And then one last time, see how it's starting to pull apart? You're going to go around like this, and it's going to start pulling apart. It's going to do it more evenly, and it's not going to be as hard on the dough than if you use a rolling pin, okay? So, once again, I'm going to put my olive oil, flour, and cornmeal in the bottom of these skillets. This one's baking. It's starting to bubble. This one's starting to bubble, okay?
So there's, I'm putting.
You gotta put olive oil.
Oh,
you gotta put olive oil.
See, already messed up, y'all. Olive oil first.
Olive oil first, then your flour, then your cornmeal. All right. Okay. So here we go. This is my deeper dish one. It's thicker, and it's going straight into this skillet. And I'm making it go up the sides. Okay, not all the way up the sides, like a third of the way up the sides. Okay. Can you see this? So then I'm going around the edge like this, and I'm pushing in, and I'm making my crust on the outside, okay?
Mine ready?
Good girl. A little bit more cornmeal.
Cornmeal.
A little bit more cornmeal. All right, so you see this one that's getting hot? I'm literally gonna pick up the edge because it's starting to come together and it's solidifying, okay?
Okay.
Y'all look at this. Hold on. It's starting to bubble up. Starting to get big bubbles. Okay. Keep it on that heat. And now, look at how I can turn it. Because the bottom of it's starting to crisp up. Okay. So, I can pull it up and check it. Okay. But leave it. Now leave it. I'm going to give that about another 3 or 4 minutes. And then we're going to pull it off of the heat. And we're going to start adding all the things that we want to put on it. Yes. So, we'll take the camera off here just a second and show you. We have like 15 toppings out here. So the great fun thing about doing pizza with your family, especially when you have kids at home, is being able to have, like, I have 3 different bases. I have a red pepper. Yeah, look at all this stuff, y'all. Look at all this fun stuff. So we've got all the stuff for dessert pizza up here. And then we've got sausage and pepperoni and Asiago cheese and mozzarella cheese and arugula and spinach. We have a red pepper sauce.
Yum.
Roasted red pepper sauce. We have fresh mozzarella balls.
Yum.
Okay, that I'm going to cut in half. We have sausage that's I pre-cooked. Y'all can buy it cooked in the grocery store. Save yourself a little bit of time. Let me check my... Oh, we're starting to get golden brown on the bottom.
Golden bubbly.
It's getting bubbly. We've got black olives. We have our homemade marinara sauce from Bay that we use in the restaurant, which makes a big difference, Charlotte. It just does. I've got maters. I've got red onion. I've got mushrooms, and I've got red peppers. Okay, those are things that we like on our pizza. But you can literally, y'all, you can do goat cheese, arugula, and caramelized onion. Oh my goodness, that would be so good. With prosciutto. Just think out of the box and make some fun pizzas.
Or you can do what my family will do, and that's pepperoni.
Yeah.
Because
okay,
we don't venture.
Point it down here just a little bit more. I want y'all to see this, okay?
It's good.
Can you see how it's bubbling? See how it's bubbling? And I'm going to lift this up and show you. Look at that.
Looks so good.
Isn't that awesome? I'm going to turn it just another few seconds and let it get golden on that bottom. And then I'm going to switch over to this thicker one, okay? Which will take just a few more minutes. But I wanted this thinner crust. Okay, that's perfect. Literally. So perfect is, let me show you. Woo! Isn't that awesome?
Looks delish.
All right,
I might want to
so
work
now,
on mine.
I'm going to put this thicker one on, okay?
So this is the deeper dish.
There we go. That one's going to start cooking. I'm going to pull this one over to the side, and we're going to make our dessert pizza on this one.
It's going to be so good.
And then the deep dish, we're going to do the homemade marinara and yummy stuff on it, okay? So I'm going to use some of the stuff that I already had on hand. And so I always keep these. This is Bon Appetit, y'all. It's our private labeled peaches. I love having these peaches on hand because there's so many different things you can do with them. I've made crostinis for an appetizer with them with goat cheese and honey.
That sounds good.
Just all kinds of fun stuff. But growing up, my Mimi, I'm not kidding you. So she would, if there were no fresh strawberries from the garden, or it was out of season for fresh fruit from her garden or from the market, she always had canned peaches. Always.
Yeah.
So, like desserts in her house, if for some reason, God forbid, she had not made a pie,
Or that pie crust.
or
Was
she
not in
had,
it, yeah.
dessert was always canned peaches with vanilla ice cream. Canned peaches with vanilla ice cream.
Mimi,
And
that's
I
what
loved it.
Papa would love. That's what he would have all the time.
Yeah.
He loves peaches.
Because my papa did not go a night without dessert. So, that's why I carry these jarred peaches. Okay?
They're yummy.
So what we did is I had some mascarpone, potato, I don't know what you say. It's spelled mascarpone. I don't know. For some reason I've always said
I've always said mascarpone.
Derek wants to what? I don't know. I couldn't read it. Mascarpone. It's mascarpone. I don't know. I'm going to spread this on my dessert pizza, okay? So, I'm going to spread that on that crust. And then I'm going to lay peaches on there. And I made, before we got on here, I made a really quick crumble of...
It is not garlic. Okay.
Look at this. Show them what you thought was garlic.
So we were setting this up, and I'm like, is that freshly minced garlic? And I can't smell it. It's not, y'all. It's brown sugar, butter.
Brown sugar, flour, and butter.
Yeah.
Okay, I made a crumble, right?
Yeah. I wish you could have seen her face when I did that. It was great.
Y'all should see some of the things that she does.
I
in
just
this
don't
kitchen.
know.
It's quite hilarious. Like, okay, what was it? She was.
I was cutting on a serving
couldn't
board.
find
Instead of a cutting board.
a can opener. She didn't know how to use the can opener.
It was a special can opener. It's not a normal one.
Okay, mascarpone cheese is down. it's melty, so it's super fabulous, okay? All right. Then I'm going to, oh, wait a minute. Didn't you put some drained? Where are they? Oh, here they are.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put the drain, I took them out of their juice. I'm going to put those in there. And then I also, before we came on, made a really quick powdered sugar and milk glaze. Super simple. Who knows how to make a powdered sugar glaze? You literally just, I literally put like a cup of powdered sugar in here, put just a little dollop of milk. Okay, a little dollop of milk will go a long way for you. And it makes,
That looks
see, just a little
so good.
quick drizzle icing. Quick
I
drizzle
love
icing.
that.
Yeah.
And that's what now?
It's just powdered sugar and milk. That's all that is.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So those are on there. And then I'm going to take my crumble that I had made. And here's another secret. Seriously. Okay. This crumble is brown sugar, butter, and flour. And you can put it on top of streusels. You can put it on top of a bundt cake. You can put it on top of muffins that you're making.
It can go directly in your mouth.
It can go directly in your mouth. It goes on top of our apple pie. Okay, this was pre-made and I had this baggied in the freezer. Pull the baggie out of the freezer.
And you've got
And
your crumble.
I just literally took half of the out of the bag, put it in the bowl and let it thaw a little bit, and I put the rest of it back in the freezer. So, oh yeah, how's our? Did you check it? Hold on. See, I'm just talking.
See,
Not paying attention to our crust. Oh, it looks good.
I think we might just see.
It's perfect. All right, pull it off, and we'll go with Lisa's crust now. Okay.
Now.
So that one's, it's crisp on the bottom, but it's still kind of doughy on the top. So now we're going with our third crust on here, and hers is going to crisp up before we put all these in the oven. Okay. So I'm going to take my crumble, put it right on top of those peaches and mascarpone cheese.
Oh my goodness.
Y'all do that. Seriously, you do this for your family, they're going to walk in and be like, you are the greatest thing in the entire world. The other thing you can do with this, if you got kids and you want to make this for you and your husband, because these are not huge skillets that I'm using, make one of these for you and your husband and don't share and eat it with vanilla ice cream. And then just get some chocolate chip cookie dough from the grocery store and put it in a skillet and bake it, and your kids will think you're amazing.
And you have a huge cookie.
Okay, so I want y'all to look at this. Now, I'm not going to drizzle it with the, see? I'm not going to drizzle it with the powdered sugar and milk until it comes out of the oven, okay? But this one's going in the oven.
Do we cook the crumble or just mix and freeze?
No, just mix and freeze.
Just mix and freeze it.
Literally. Just mix it up. Mix up a big old batch of it. Put, you can look up exact measurements like on Pinterest or something. Because I make it in a big batch, but it would be like a pound of butter. And then I throw in flour, sugar, and brown sugar. And I sit there with a pie.
Kneader.
I
don't know if that's what it's called, but I know you need pies.
And then we bag it and put it in the freezer so we can pull it out. This morning we had a breakfast catering, and I needed it for muffins. So I put it on muffins, and I was like, oh, I'm going to use this to make a dessert.
Yes.
Pizza. Okay?
And we will get to enjoy it.
Yes. Okay, so now we're on to my crust over here, my thick crust. I'm going to go with the roasted red pepper from Trader Joe's. Roasted red pepper sauce. Okay? Gonna be super yummy. And then, what all do y'all like on your pizza? Seriously. Like, are y'all weird and like anchovies and pineapples?
I am not putting an anchovy in my mouth.
I do not like that. And then I'm gonna put both meats. Does anybody say anything?
Mimi said thank you. She was asking about the
Yeah. Okay, so the other thing is put your, I just put sauce in a little bit of meat, and then these are the greatest thing in the world. and they make the best pizza. Real marinated mozzarella balls. Trader Joe's. You can get them at the grocery store. But when you're putting them on a pizza, cut them in half, okay? Because that's a lot of mozzarella, okay? So when you're doing pizza like this, you're gonna wanna put, I do both shredded and balls. Otherwise it would take you a lot of balls.
I was gonna let it go.
It would take you a lot of balls to cover
to cover your pizza.
But it tastes so good that you want that. You want that mozzarella on there. It's so good. Okay. So look, I've cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 balls. Cut 6 balls. She can't stand it. I've cut 6 balls and put them on there. All right, I'm putting a little bit of red pepper since we already have the red pepper sauce. That's going to go well.
Oh, it's gonna be so good.
I'm going to put a little bit of mushroom. Okay, a little bit of red onion. I sliced up, I love these little vine tomatoes that you can get at the grocery. Okay, I am making this thing thick and hearty like a Chicago pizza. Can you see what people are seeing?
Sure.
Don't get the big hothouse tomatoes, get the little vine tomatoes and cut those up. They're so much better for this kind of application. Little bit of black olive. Okay, so I put the mozzarella balls down first and then I'm stacking stuff on top of that, but then I'm going to finish it off with shredded mozzarella. Okay, or you could use we also shredded up our own Asiago.
Okay,
That was another thing that Lisa kind of was like,
so let me tell y'all something. Yeah, I'm pretty. Here's her shredder one. But you want to do the thicker shredded like this, not this teeny tiny that like you can't hardly see it shred that I did. Because it's going to melt much faster and it may burn.
yes.
And so you want to make sure
God,
you have
good job, Lisa. You got it.
the thicker cheese so it's slower to melt.
Yes. Y'all, this pizza's going to be so thick and awesome. Look at this.
It's amazing.
Look at that. It's going in the oven. It's that thick. Holy cow, this is going to be good. Do y'all remember, what does that say? Jack said hi.
Hey, boo!
So, it looks like it's done. I need my knife. You'll need to grab a knife or something to check the bottom. Yep,
Oh,
we're good.
we're
We're
done.
golden. Okay, pull that off.
Pony boy.
So, all of them are done. Look how fast this is going. All of them are done on the bottom. You fill them. Okay, Lisa, what are you
I'm
going to
gonna
put on
fill
yours?
mine.
Mine's
Okay.
going in the oven. Also, I set my oven. When you're baking pizza from scratch like this, you want it to be at a higher temp. It'll cook better. All right. So I have my oven set at 425. When I was doing homemade pizzas before, like thin crust, I would literally put them in at 500.
Oh my! And
Yeah.
it'd be out like that.
Well, but that's you get a good
Good
crisp yumminess with 500. I've got my oven set at 425 because I knew I'd be talking and I was a little bit worried about not paying attention. So this deep disher is going in at 425, okay?
Now, because I know that my boys are probably watching since Jackson is saying hello, he loves pepperoni and cheese. Now, if you were here with Mommy, I bet if you made this is a trick, moms and dads. If you get your kids to help you cook, they'll be more interested in eating.
Because there's a lot of fun stuff here,
yes,
too.
and all the colors and whatnot. So, but I know my son is not going to do that. So I'm going to take some sauce.
You probably want to use this sauce.
Is this the hot?
Well, it's not hot. No, it's red pepper sauce, which is, no, red bell pepper is sweet. But this is our homemade marinara, which is what is normal to kids.
Yes.
So,
okay.
who makes I'm going to need to do a whole show just on homemade marinara. I think we need to do that.
For sure. I don't even know.
Because it's not, listen, it's so not hard. And the best part about it is, okay, just like the crumble that I told you, let's make a bunch of it and put it in the freezer.
Does it have sausage in it?
it has some hamburger meat in it.
Yum.
Yeah, it has hamburger meat in it because, listen, this was left over from our homemade lasagna that we did this week. So I had it left over. But we make homemade marinara for our restaurant. For everything that goes out is this homemade marinara. And it is, this is what it is. So we cut up carrots, celery, onion, red bell pepper, and yellow or orange bell pepper and green, whatever we've got, okay? And then we, you're gonna wanna put your pepperoni on top of your cheese.
I was thinking to hold it down. Do you do that? Is that just for hamburger meat?
Yes.
Or sausage?
Literally. Put your cheese on first, and then
That's
put the
normally
pepperoni
how
on.
pizza does go, guys. I do know that before anybody wants to chime in. But I was watching her, and she put her meat down first.
Well, but then I put the mozzarella balls.
I was going to put
the balls.
Uh-huh.
And then are you going to do another layer of pepperoni?
No. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm
Where was
learning.
I? Marinara. Okay, so it's carrots, bell peppers, onion, celery. And I saute all of that. Then I put in the oven big tomatoes, whole tomatoes, and cherry tomatoes, whatever we have in the refrigerator, literally. I olive oil them and salt and pepper them and put them in the oven and roast them. Then I pour that in the pot with all the sauteed vegetables, okay? Then we pour in a whole, we do a big tin can, but I do tomato sauce, okay? I put in whole regular tomato sauce, and then olive oil, and then Italian seasoning and salt and pepper. You let that cook for quite a while, then you pull it off. You get your emulsion blender, put it down in there. You emulsion blend that, all those veggies up, yumminess, okay? Then you can use either vegetable stock, beef stock, to bring that to the right thickness, to level it out, consistency a little bit. And that's what we serve every week on all of our food is our homemade marinara. It's so yummy.
It really is.
Okay, who's saying something? I can't read from here. Yes, I will do a marinara show, I promise. It's so good, all right? So, who said something about balls?
There's probably.
I have.
Oh, they love the mozzarella. She said that was a great idea.
Oh, yeah, we love the mozzarella balls.
Okay, good.
You didn't go bad with that.
Mine is just a plain pepperoni pizza. I like the flavor of all of this stuff. And I will eat all of this stuff when she does it or somebody else cooks it for me. I just don't put it on my own.
It's okay. Here's the other thing you can do. We get in these big old pepperonis, or we'll slice them ourselves off of a big log. You could even cut these into quarters if you wanted to, so that you didn't have big old honking.
I covered the whole. I covered the whole thing.
This is awesome, but I will tell you, it will slice better and cut a little better if you cut them into
Isn't she awesome?
halves or quarters.
Listen, look at Linda. She is like, bless it. It's pretty.
It's pretty.
But if you could not ruin it, it's not gonna cut right.
It'll cut prettier if you cut those pieces into halves or quarters.
I totally do.
Yeah, it's just listen.
You know where I work?
We have a new.
For a week.
Where'd you work for a week?
Pizza Hut on Texoma
How
Parkway.
was that?
Mm-hmm.
How was that? How many minutes are we in? Does anybody know? Where are we?
I don't know what
How many
time.
minutes are
Gracie's
we in?
here.
Gracie's
She can tell us.
here.
She's probably been watching, shaking her head at us the whole time.
We're already at 30 minutes, so we gotta go.
Okay.
We gotta go. Okay, we're gonna show you the pizza that we made earlier. That we've already eaten half of because it was so good. Yeah. Looky here. We ate half of it. But it was so good, y'all.
So good. So that's what I'm saying. Like, see, I'll eat all that stuff, Mimi.
See, it was good. And I put all kinds of stuff on this, but this was a thinner crust one. So, all right, guys, pull out your iron skillets, okay? You're going to olive oil, cornmeal, and flour the bottom of your skillet just a little bit, not Don't overdo it or the flour will burn before the crust is ready. So just a sprinkling, okay? Put it on between medium and high, let it crisp up, check it with a knife and your fingers, pull it up, see if you're browning right. Have your oven at 425, pull the pizza dough off of the burner, put all your stuff on it, your yummy stuff, and then pop it in the oven. And it's really probably gonna take about, well, depending on if you, oh, we're getting close. So it'll take about 10 to 12 minutes at 425 for it to be good, okay? So, y'all, I hope y'all survive Snowmageddon and no electricity and no water. I think almost everyone is whole again and has everything, and we're so, so thankful. Listen, we are hugely blessed here at the farm. We did not have a busted pipe or anything. We're so thankful. And
we are too.
We went through multiple cans of
dry shampoo.
Who went through multiple cans of dry shampoo?
With
really quick before we go, listen. Who knew about dry conditioner and didn't tell me? Besides Amber Dobbs, because I saw you, Amber Dobbs, on Facebook telling everybody about dry conditioner, and how wonderful it was. And
nobody told me that.
We did not know this. So, girls, go online and look up dry conditioner, because our hair gets all dried out after 3 or 4 days of dry shampoo.
5.
Right? I've never gone 5 days.
I'm trying to train my hair. Garrett, I hope you're not watching this.
I trained my hair for 3 days. So, y'all need to work on training your hair.
So, then strip it of everything.
Yeah, you knew, Stacy. You know this and you did not tell me. How? Okay. So we're going to do a marinara show. Okay. Next week, we are going to have so much fun. We're so excited because we're going to do a house crash.
Yes,
You need to put is this yours?
Yeah.
You need to put that in the oven. Second shelf. Oh, one more thing really quickly. When you put your pizza in the oven, put it on the top shelf so that the bottom doesn't cook too much, since you've already cooked the bottom, okay? Put it on the top shelf so you're getting the cooking from the top down, okay? All right. So, anyway, next week we are crashing a lady's house that we love. She's awesome. Jennifer over at Thistle Hill Farms has agreed to let us crash her, and we have not told her what we're doing. She just knows that we're going to show up at her house at 5:30 next week. Y'all are going to see this house.
For sure.
I mean, talk about amazing. And we're going to do something fun at her house, okay? So, y'all join us next week, 5:30 on Wednesday, Water and Wine. Jennifer and I, Jennifer
on April 40th.
we'll be drinking our wine.
And water.
And Lisa will be drinking her water. We so appreciate all of y'all showing up and learning how to make
our
skillet
pizza.
Not just skillet, cast iron. I couldn't think of the word. Cast iron skillet pizza, all right? Y'all enjoy. Have a great week.
Night, guys.
Let's eat.